So this this week's episode of Chucky was pretty interesting. Nonetheless, all of it was pretty interesting. I gotta say, all of it was interesting. When I mean all of it, I mean every single bit of it was interesting. Meaning, from Chucky is with Tiffany Valentine slash Jennifer Tilly, which is actually Jennifer Tilly playing Jennifer Tilly. So you get my point. What else? Caroline. Caroline's with Chucky, the sister of Lexi. And then you see Chucky go to the doctor. You see Chucky go to the doctor and be like, all casual with the doctor, not killing nobody, just sitting there doing a checkup, which is really weird for this character right here to get a checkup from the doctor. But I guess everyone has to go to the doctor, I guess. And then you see, we do see our trio, and we do see Lexi saying, we get spotted, my sister, in Town Square. Also, there's references to other, a house that was supposed to be really haunted, from the Dutch, and they mentioned the Nightmare before. They mentioned not Nightmare. They mentioned Elm Street in it. But basically, this was called Jennifer's Body, Jennifer Tilly, and not the movie with Megan Fox, which every guy likes and every girl likes, but mostly guys. And I explain that, but you get my point. This is a completely different version of what you think it is. I don't know why they named the episode that, because I kind of know why they named it, but I kind of don't know why. They named it because she's Tiffany Valentine, not Jennifer Tilly, and she's a different person, but she has two personalities because she was, if you watch Bride of Chucky, she put herself into Jennifer Tilly's body, voodoo style. But basically, she was on trial, and the trio was there with the teacher, their guardian slash teacher that just died the last episode. But she was just there because they're doing re-events of how Chucky got to the White House, which we'll get into, and then I'll tell you what's going to happen next after that. So basically, they're on trial, going over for the stuff that Jennifer Tilly slash Tiffany did to the trio and did for Nika. And then Nika runs into Lexi's sister with Chucky. And Chucky's like, yeah. Basically, Chucky just tells her off pretty much, basically. And she can't go down the subway because she has her hands, her legs cut off, but she found a way to have new hands. But basically, Nico was just only in here for the trial. And then we do have a dream sequence with Chucky trying to kill Andy, which most fans of Chucky would be upset if that actually happened. So let's don't let that happen. Okay? Ever. But it's good to see Andy in this show because they are having only a few episodes until we get the mid-season finale, which I was going to mention towards the end of this, but we might as well mention it now. Yes, this is the next episode. Next week's going to be the mid-season finale because of the writer's strike and all that other stuff. But we had that dream sequence, and then Chucky notices he's getting old. His husk of his body is getting old. And he goes to the doctor. When he looks in the voodoo book and he tries to transfer his soul into Lexi's sister, but then it didn't work because she read in the voodoo book for dummies that that's not working. You need a doctor. So he goes to the doctor, he goes to checkup, which is hilarious. So give it to me straight, doc. What's the deal here? Am I getting older or am I just imagining things? And basically he tells him, look, you had Christian magic in you, so I went through an exorcism last month or last season. Well, yeah, no, you have Christian magic, so the guy that you normally get your voodoo from left you. So he has to kill 6 people to get that person back. But what I find interesting in this, this is his last body. So if he doesn't kill those people, this is his last body. So basically he can die. And there's no such thing as Christian magic, because I am a Christian, and the most people I know in my life go to church, and we know there's no magic involved. So, but in the sake of this show, yeah, he's dying because of that reason. He's just going to get older like everyone else in the real life world. So he has to do this, and then that's how he ends up at the White House, because the people he killed in this other house, the house was not evil enough. But he's like, okay, when we go to the White House, people die in this White House for the decisions of the government. So why don't I go there? And that's how he ends up at the White House, because he puts himself. Lexi's sister does homework, puts himself right next to the grieving family that just lost their son, Joseph. That's how he names himself Joseph. He just names himself Joseph because of that reason right there. And boom, bada, bang, he's in the White House. That's how he gets to the White House. That's how he gets to the White House. Because of Lexi's sister doing all this research. And then Lexi's sister just in the background just watching him do things. And then also him going to the doctor and explaining why he's getting older. And then the trial of Jennifer Tilly, she gets to go to prison. And then, of course, Lexi does talk to Jennifer Tilly, or Tiffany, in jail. I left that out, but that was before we saw the trial. And then they do the trial, and she's committed for all the stuff that she did. And she goes to jail, and then, Nika pretty much says, I'll be waiting for you when you get out, pretty much. And that's the episode. And then they have the mid-season finale. So that's pretty much the episode. Like I said, seeing Chucky at the doctor is funny. The Christian part is not completely all accurate, but it's Chucky, and it's Don Mancini, and he writes what he wants to write, and us Christians, or if you are a Christian or you're not, I mean, it depends on what you are when you're watching this show. Don't always believe when they say something about that religion and slasher movies or slasher shows, because they're not 100% accurate. Maybe The Exorcist is, kinda, but that's more of a different thing. But you get my point. Everything's 100% accurate, and it's all good. But this was an interesting episode. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And can't wait to see more of this. But the mid-season finale is coming up, and it seems like it's going to be their Halloween scavenger. Their Halloween party, Halloween party, Halloween fiesta, or scavaganza, And, well, I guess the theme of it is Chucky, because the trio is wearing Chucky outfits. Or that's what they designed in the episode last week. Some costumes that can be easily recognized as Chucky. But yeah, so there we go. That's pretty much it, the mid-season finale. And it's sad that we only have a few episodes, because the writer's strike, the writer's strike is over now, but because of the writer's strike and then the Actors Guild, we can't go further on with any more episodes. But hopefully they write some more episodes and we come back after Thanksgiving and all that stuff, because it's kind of weird that they're having the mid-season finale before. I mean, it's not weird, but they usually have a couple more episodes in November before Thanksgiving. But it's weird that's ending the week right before Halloween. And I guess they can leave us off with a good Halloween episode, but it's kind of sad. Usually after Halloween there's an episode, and then there's an episode, and then they take a break from Thanksgiving, and then they come back with an actual finale. So it's kind of sad that we're having a mid-season finale, but that's it for Chucky. So cool. Deuces, and see you in the next video.